Rosemary debunked on CBC. Panelist laughs as Big Blue Wave takes over Ontario politics. As Canadians head to the polls in one of the most consequential elections in recent memory, the political landscape is shifting dramatically, and not in the way many media elites predicted. The momentum behind Pierre Poilievre and the Conservative Party has become undeniable. In cities and towns across the country, energy at Conservative rallies has been electric, with overflow crowds in places like Oakville, Pickering, and Sudbury, where Poilievre had to address supporters from the back of a truck just to be seen and heard. Meanwhile, the Liberal Party under Prime Minister Mark Carney faces an increasingly uphill battle. The latest polls paint a picture of a country on the verge of a significant political realignment. Main Street Research, led by Nick Cavalli's, reported a razor-thin 44% to 43% split between the Conservatives and Liberals. Despite this tight margin, Cavalli's projected a Liberal majority. However, not everyone shares his optimism. Abacus Data's final survey presents a different story, showing the Conservatives leading at 41%, with the Liberals trailing at 39%, and the Bloc Québécois poised to hold the balance of power. Maxime Bernier's People's Party of Canada lags at 3%, with little chance of winning seats. The data suggests that if PPC supporters consolidated behind the Conservatives, a clear Conservative victory would be within reach. Koski Strategies, a firm free from government contracts, revealed particularly striking internal numbers: strong Conservative support among younger and middle-aged voters, a generational shift that could define Canadian politics for years to come. Meanwhile, the Liberals' base is aging, with their strongest backing coming from older Canadians. Another survey from StatCloud places the Conservatives at 47% and Liberals at 45%. However, because StatCloud excludes the Bloc from its main figures, adjusting for Quebec realities, the race tightens to 44% to 42% in favor of the Conservatives. Ontario, the province that often decides federal elections, remains fiercely competitive, but recent turnout trends favor Poilievre's party. Adding to the Conservatives' momentum, Canada's major police unions, from Ottawa to Peel to Durham, have officially endorsed Pierre Poilievre, signaling a decisive shift in public safety sentiment. In an election where crime, public disorder, and affordability dominate concerns, such endorsements are politically significant. Turnout at early voting stations reinforces these trends. Conservative strongholds like Carleton and Saanich Gulf Islands have reported record activity. Even traditionally Liberal districts such as Burlington and Ottawa Centre, home to figures like Karina Gould and Mark Carney, are experiencing surging Conservative turnout. If this energy holds through Election Day, it could reshape Canada's political map. Meanwhile, national frustrations over crime and affordability continue to mount. In Vancouver, a woman was viciously attacked by a man already out on bail for assaulting a peace officer, prompting renewed calls to reform Canada's bail system. In Mississauga, police officers wrestled violent carjackers to the ground in another alarming incident. Even major retailers like Walmart have resorted to locking up basic goods, like children's toys, due to rampant theft. Such everyday experiences are fueling voter dissatisfaction. Public anger intensified when it was revealed that refugees are receiving up to $224 a day for food and hotel accommodations, an annual amount exceeding $81,000, not counting child benefits and income supplements. For many Canadians struggling to pay rent or buy groceries, this disparity has been a flashpoint in debates over government spending and immigration priorities. In an astonishing moment captured live on CBC, veteran journalist Rosemary Barton attempted to defend Mark Carney's platform as something new and distinct from Justin Trudeau's past policies. However, a panelist openly laughed, and viewers quickly pointed out the obvious similarities: more government spending, higher taxes, and a continuation of old Liberal strategies that many voters believe have contributed to Canada's current challenges. The CBC moment, where Rosemary Barton was fact-checked and effectively debunked in real time, has since gone viral, symbolizing a broader media reckoning. As Canadians demand change, some long-standing media narratives are failing to keep pace with public sentiment. Still, tensions remain high. In a disturbing incident on Vancouver Island, a local equestrian facility, faced a wave of negative reviews after hosting a Poilievre rally, highlighting the increasingly toxic political climate. More seriously, at a Filipino cultural festival in Vancouver, a man with a long criminal record drove an SUV into a pedestrian area just minutes after NDP leader Jagmeet Singh had left. Fortunately, quick action by bystanders prevented tragedy. The event underscored the growing anxiety around public safety that has become a central theme of this election. Compounding Election Day worries, the polling aggregation site 338 Canada suffered a cyberattack, briefly taking it offline. Though the site has since been restored, the timing of the attack, so close to voting day, raises serious concerns about election integrity. Despite these turbulent events, hope remains strong among Conservative supporters. Poilievre's rallies continue to grow, driven by a powerful message: restoring affordability, ensuring public safety, fixing a broken immigration system, and delivering government accountability. Mark Carney, meanwhile, faces growing scrutiny, not just over policy continuity with the Trudeau era, but also over his ability to connect with ordinary Canadians outside urban Liberal strongholds. Although his supporters argue he brings international experience and steady leadership, critics point to rising frustration over crime, cost of living, and immigration system strain under Liberal governance. Quebec, long seen as a Liberal firewall, has become a true battleground. The Bloc Québécois has regained momentum, splitting the Federalist vote and opening new opportunities for Conservative gains in surprising areas. In Atlantic Canada, the Liberals maintain an advantage, but tightening margins suggest cracks even in their traditional base. Ultimately, the final outcome will depend on whether the late-breaking surge of Conservative energy translates into votes. If early turnout trends continue, and if public concerns over crime, affordability, and immigration remain top of mind, Pierre Poilievre could very well lead the next government, whether in a minority or majority form. One thing is clear: regardless of what happens on election night, Canadian politics is undergoing a fundamental shift. Voters are demanding change, and the old assumptions about what drives elections in this country are being rewritten in real time. As the final votes are cast, all eyes are on key battlegrounds like Ontario and Quebec. The Big Blue Wave may just be getting started.